A cross check is a check that has been marked to specify an instruction about the way it is to be redeemed. A common instruction is to specify that it must be deposited directly into an account with a bank and not immediately cashed by a bank over the counter. The format and wording varies between countries, but generally two parallel lines and/or the words account payee or similar may be placed either vertically across the check or in the top left-hand corner. By using crossed checks, check writers can effectively protect the checks they write from being stolen and cashed. Checks can be open or crossed. Open check. An open check is a check that is not crossed on the left corner and payable at the counter of the drawee bank on presentation of the check. Cross check. A cross check is a check that is payable only through a collecting banker and not directly at the counter of the bank. Crossing ensures security to the holder of the check as only the collecting banker credits the proceeds to the account of the payee of the check. When two parallel transverse lines, with or without any words, are drawn generally, on the left-hand top corner of the check. A cross check does not affect the negotiability of the instrument. Types of crossing. Check cross generally, where a check bears across its face an addition of the words and company or any abbreviation thereof, between two parallel transverse lines, or of two parallel transverse lines simply either with or without the words not negotiable, that addition shall be deemed a crossing, and the check shall be deemed to be crossed generally and can be credited to any account without endorsement but through a banking channel so that the beneficiary may be traced. Check crossed specially, where a check bears across its face an addition of the name of a banker either with or without the words not negotiable, that addition shall be deemed a crossing, and the check shall be deemed to be crossed specially, and to be crossed to that banker. This is called special cross check. Account payee or restrictive crossing. This crossing can be made in both general and special crossing by adding the words account payee. In this type of crossing, the collecting banker is supposed to credit the amount of the check to the account of the payee only. The check remains transferable but the liability of the collecting banker is enhanced in case he credits the proceeds of the check so crossed to any person other than the payee and the endorsement in favor of the last payee is proved forged. The collecting banker must act like a bloodhound and make proper inquiries as to the title of the last endorsee from the original payee named in the check before collecting an account payee check in his account. The same can be done by placing a slanted parallel line in the topmost left corner of the check and then writing over it AC payee only. Not negotiable crossing. The words not negotiable can be added to general crossing as well as special crossing, and a crossing with these words is known as not negotiable crossing. The effect of such a crossing is that it removes the most important characteristic of a negotiable instrument. The transferee of such a cross-check cannot get a better title than that of the transferor and cannot convey a better title to his own transferee, but the instrument remains transferable. Consequence of a bank not complying with the crossing. A bank's failure to comply with the crossings amounts to a breach of contract with its customer. The bank may not be able to debit the drawer's account and may be liable to the true owner for his loss. References